say that this pattern is reversible because on the wrong side the pattern looks like this, like a plane of flowers, and on the right side, for those who like bricks, a wall of bricks more than a plane of flowers, you can get that too. So as I said, the pattern is on the wrong side of the knitting, of the work. I start with this pink, with the color of the flowers. We have the flowers and we have the leaves. So the leaves are green and the flower is pink. And we will change the color of yarn every 2 rows. So the first 2 rows go in this pink yarn. You have to cast on a multiple of 4 plus 3 symmetry stitches and 2 edge stitches. If you want to, you can skip the edge stitches, and instead of this chain-like edge that I do, you will have, if you just knit everything like according to the instructions, just skipping the edge stitches, you will get something like this. Well, you will have the edge of the garter stitch. So let's start. The first row, knit 3. Now that's the edge stitch, knit 1 the edge stitch, and then now we start the repeat. Knit 3, yarn over, and slip 1 stitch purlwise. So in brioche I say that's a slip 1 yarn over with yarn over needle. If you want to, you can do it like this. For those who don't brioche, I just say that you do a yarn over and then slip purlwise the stitch, and then knit 3. In brioche that would be slip 1 yarn over, and it's the same result, and knit 3. So the repeat, as I said, is knit 3, slip 1 yarn over, or yarn over and slip 1 purlwise with yarn in the back. Let's continue. And in the end you have left the 3 symmetry stitches and the last edge stitch. The symmetry stitches, knit 3, and the edge stitch I will always do slip 1 purlwise with yarn in front. So the first edge stitch is knit 1 and the last one is slip 1 purlwise with yarn in front. Now we turn the work. Knit the second row with the same color, and the second row is kind of the same, so knit the edge stitch, knit 3, and again we slip 1 purlwise with yarn over needle, but you see that it's not only a stitch, it's the yarn over from the previous row also. So you slip not 1 but 2, let's say like that, and again knit 3 and slip those 2 stitches, or the stitch and the yarn over from the previous row with the yarn over, and you have a stitch and 2 yarn overs, and then knit 3. Again slip, again knit 3, again slip, again knit 3, slip with yarn over, knit 3. In this case you also can do a yarn over and then slip 2 stitches, let's say 2 stitches or a stitch in the yarn over, and you slip them purlwise with yarn in the back, and you have the same result. So, and in the end, again, we have 3 symmetry stitches that we are knitting, and the last edge stitch, as I said, slip 1 purlwise with yarn in front. After that, turn the work, pick up or add. I pick it up because I already added, but if you are just starting with the second color, you just put the tails together and start knitting. You knit the first edge stitch, and then we start the repeat, and it will be knit 3, and here we will purl 3 out of 3. So we have the stitch and 2 yarn overs, and let's say that's 3 stitches, and we have to purl, don't slip the stitches, yarn over, and purl again in those 3 stitches. So that's what we have in the end. And after that, again, knit 3. So that's the repeat, knit 3 and purl 3 out of 3. And again, knit 3. Purl 3 out of 3. That means you purl, yarn over, and purl again in those 3 stitches that really are a stitch and 2 yarn overs, like this. You can see I purl, yarn over, and purl again in those 3 stitches, and then knit 3, purl again 3 out of 3, and in the end, as usual, I have these 3 stitches, 3 symmetry stitches that I knit, and the edge stitch that I slip purlwise with yarn in front. Turn the work, and as I said, the pattern is on the wrong side, so every odd row is on the the right side, but that's the pattern with the bricks, as I said. And on the wrong side, the usual wrong side, the even rows, that's what you have, where you have the plain of flowers. So row number 4, and you can see the flowers here. We start with the edge stitch, knit 1, and here is a little bit different. We start with purl 1, the first symmetry stitch. We'll have 1 in the beginning and 2 in the end. So we purl the first symmetry stitch in the beginning, and then we start the repeat, and it's purl 1, knit 2 stitches together, knit 1, and slip, knit, pass. So slip, knit twice the stitch, knit the next one, and pass over the slip stitch again. So purl 1, knit together, 2 stitches together, knit 1, and slip, knit, pass. Or you can do a slip, slip, knit. It's the same thing. You just do whatever you like. So purl, knit 2 stitches together, knit 1, slip, knit, pass, and again purl 1, knit 2 together, knit 1, slip, knit twice, knit the next one, and pass over that slipped stitch. And again purl 1, knit 2 together, knit 1, slip, knit, pass, purl 1, knit 2 together, knit 1, and slip, knit, pass. And you have those, as I said, there are 3 symmetry stitches in total, and we started with 1 symmetry stitch, we purled 1 stitch, and in the end we have those 2 symmetry stitches left, and we purl those 2, and then we slip purlwise with yarn in front the last edge stitch. Turn the work. So if you stop at the, you can stop at these and repeat only these 4 rounds, and the difference is I will make a picture and I will show you, but I want to explain. You will have just columns of these flowers. So here they are like this on diagonals, and if because we repeat 8 rows, I will show you the next 4, but if you repeat only these 4, you will get just columns of leaves and flowers. So we continue. Row number 5, knit the first edge stitch. Oh, and I should change the yarn. Knit the edge stitch, knit 1, and we start the repeat. Slip 1 with yarn over needle, or yarn over and then slip 1 purlwise with yarn in back, and knit 3. And again the repeat. Yarn over, slip 1 purlwise with yarn in the back, and knit 3. If you brioche, you can, or you have seen another of my videos with brioche, you can see this move. You know this move that I call a slip 1 yarn over. That means you slip the stitch and you have a yarn over, and you have you get this result in one motion. After that, knit 3. Again, yarn over and slip 1 purlwise with yarn in the back, or slip 1 yarn over and knit 3. Again slip, again knit, and in the end we have to slip 1. These are the symmetry stitches, and we slip with the yarn over 1 stitch and then knit the next one, and the last one is the edge stitch that we slip purlwise with yarn in front as usual. Now turn the work and continue. Row number 6, and just like in row number 2, it's similar to the previous row. We knit 1 stitch, the symmetry stitch, and we start the repeat. Slip 1 yarn over, and here we slip the stitch and the yarn over with another yarn over, knit 3, just like in row number 2, only the place of the slip stitches is different, so we don't have just a column of leaves, we have diagonal. So again we slip, or if you don't get why I say that, you see that I do a yarn over, I can say it like that: yarn over, slip 2 stitches, or slip a stitch and a yarn over, purlwise with yarn in the back. The result is the same. You have the stitch, you have 2 yarn overs, and then you knit 3 stitches. And again slip and knit and slip and knit and slip and knit 3, slip 1 and yarn over with a yarn over, and then knit 3, and in the end slip again with a yarn over and knit 1, and the edge stitch, slip one purlwise with yarn in front. Turn the work, and so you don't forget when you have to change the the yarn. When you have both yarns, you have to change it. So I have pink here, I get the green yarn, so it's very clear, you can't mess it up, you don't get confused. And row number 7, knit the edge stitch, and we start the repeat or the symmetry stitch, knit 1, and we start the repeat with the purl 3 out of 3, and then knit 3, and again purl 3 out of 3, and knit 3, purl 3 out of 3, just like in row number 3. We purl, yarn over, and purl again in the same 3 stitches that actually are a stitch and 2 yarn overs, and then knit 3. So I repeat again, purl 3 out of 3, knit 3, purl 3 out of 3, knit 3, purl 3 out of 3, knit 3, and in the end we have the symmetry stitches, 2 symmetry stitches, and I mean two because there's this stitch with 2 yarn overs and 1 stitch. So this stitch with the yarn overs, we just purl 3 out of 3. That's 3 stitches, I mean. You can count it as you wanted. You just have to understand what I'm doing. And the last symmetry stitch is a knit 1, and the edge stitch, slip 1 purlwise with yarn in front. And the last row for this pattern, row number 8, is kind of like row number 4. Knit the edge stitch, and we start with the knit 2 together, knit 1, slip, knit, pass, and purl 1. So that's the whole repeat. Knit 2 stitches together, knit 1, and slip, knit, pass, purl 1. Again, knit 2 together, knit 1, slip, knit, pass, purl 1, knit 2 together, knit 1, and slip, knit, pass, purl 1, knit 2 together, knit 1, slip, knit, pass, or slip, slip, knit if you are used to do that, purl 1, knit 2 stitches together, knit 1, slip, knit, pass, purl 1, and in the end knit 2 together, knit 1, and slip, knit, pass, and slip the edge stitch purlwise with yarn in front. So these are the 8 rows. Just like I said, you can do only 4, and I will show you what result you will have then. But if you make all the 8 rows, this is what you have in the end.